whatever you see on the charts to like, what are the best strategies you can think of in the next 6 months to just not get yourself wrecked?
Sell, honestly, sell your short-term positions and just hold fiat, and then acquire, and then go work and earn more fiat, and then on new lows, new local lows, input money into the system and hold that for 5 years. I'd be pretty. That's what basically what I'm doing. Like, just be patient. Try to acquire some Ethereum on the when they're breaking down here, and for gas fees, in the future on your big stakes, and be defensive. Be defensive right now, because even if you're bottoming, it doesn't go straight back up. And if it goes down, there's still like 50% of downside. So, have, just try to position yourself so that you don't have to spend any of your investment money to eat and live somewhere, and then put every extra dollar you can into a falling market from here. Because after like so many years of sideways, it's not gonna. These opportunities are gone.
Do you think enough people are actually taking advantage? Like, the broader market, is it the case that just so many people can't see the opportunity and they'll just never get it again because just the sentiment of they can't help themselves, like, oh, it's going up, oh, it's too high now, oh, it's going down, oh, everything's will it ever reach the highs again? What do you think is the biggest blocker for people in psychology for investing in general? Like, what if they could remove this one flaw they have, what would it be that would make them more successful?
Fear of learning something new, mostly. That's the main thing. Because it prevents you from taking action. So,
Flaws, no. Fear of learning something new.
yeah.
It made me think of FOMO, but I was like, there's got to be an acronym for this. Flaws and
Yeah.
flaws and.
Yeah, dude. I mean, when you're sitting here and you're watching, if you've been in for a cycle, indicators are saying buy right now. But if this is new to you, you're not used to the volatility, or you don't have like a base that you're sitting on. You don't have any crypto yet. Like, the first time I bought Bitcoin, I was pretty scared to do it. I thought I might have been either making the biggest mistake of my life or making a life-changing decision. And it was a twisted path getting to this point, but in one way or another, it did help totally reshape my future. Just because I decided to put $1,500, which to me at the time was like a lot of money, and just having a good gut feeling probably wasn't the way to get the best long-term outcome, but it's always led me in the right direction. So if you're learning something and you're drawn to it and you want to learn more about it, then you know that you're on the right track, as long as you're being true to yourself. I think a lot of people don't even get to that point where they can trust themselves with a good feeling, like, because they're just like distracted by other real world, real life stuff that keeps them from missing out on these opportunities. Because most people are going to see low prices as bad, right? Regular people. I don't think people that maybe are listening to this chat are maybe like that, but like when you're trying to onboard somebody new that is not used to watching their account drop in half one day, and then a month later it's up 2 times, 3 times. If they don't have any basis for that, then it just takes time learning and understanding that stuff. I've not really come to an easy way to onboard everybody yet, because most people have emotional reactions to losing money. So their emotions ends up becoming a limiting factor for them.
It's harder to lose money than it is to see the gains. That's like another mental model that affects. Is that the hardest thing about onboarding no coiners? Is you can show them the 3x in a month, but they see that, but then maybe they look at the price, maybe it's low. They see, oh, this thing is dumped like crazy, and then they think, I don't know how to evaluate this. This market's crazy. I don't, they see the volatility as a bad thing. Is that the hardest thing to overcome when talking to people about it?
Yes, actually, with a lot of my friends that are old school legacy type people, the hardest thing for them to realize was that volatility is a good thing. It's a tough one for them to get over. For making money, if you didn't have if we go back to how things were when prices were more stable across the economy, there was less opportunity to make money, and that was a tougher life. It was a tougher existence. You go back in time and you remember when the money supply wasn't just like turned on and you weren't getting 30% more dollars in the total supply in a year. Back in the olden days, when you actually had to produce like a good or a service for dollars, like those dollars were harder to come by. So like that's a lot of where the resistance comes from. New people getting in is they're still hanging on to the past memories of how much that dollar meant to them then, versus how it breaks your brain when you get used to crypto gains. Totally changes your relationship with money.
Yeah, it's almost as if you get lucky if you don't come from a traditional finance background or that generation who built that image of such up, to even that, or you just have to be like a special kind of person to be like, no, crypto's good. I can make a lot of money here. It's I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm thankful
you're
whatever.
gonna be more ambitious for sure to find this stuff interesting in the first place. Because
Yeah.
a chart doesn't mean anything to most people,
Yeah.
right? They just see a price. Like Bitcoin took an entire generation of young people that didn't care about finances and economics and totally inverted the system and made it the one thing that's creating volatility in the world, or like exposing corruption.
Yeah.
The Bitcoin price chart is literally exposed corruption all over the world. It's crazy. It's crazy to me, man. It's way bigger than any of us wants to give it credit for.